Hello everyone, this is Shadow Dragon back with another episode of DC Universe Online. So it's been a while since I did a price guide for the current capsule or whatever item is being promoted. But there's just been a lot of distractions, even more than usual, so I haven't been able to keep up with these. And I actually hopped on late. And that's actually a good thing though, because the prices end up getting lower. So here we are, and I should mention that I always shoot these in the same place. This is Alyssa's base, and I have the broker item in the master bedroom because this is basically the only hero base I have that has it. The other one would be Takesis on the villain side, so I only have two bases that have the broker amenity. So yeah, it's a little bit boring that it's always in the same setting. But alright, so I'm displaying two of the auras that are in these cursed Gotham Time Capsules. That's the current capsule that we're going to be going over. Alyssa is wearing the blue mystical aura, and Anna has the red doomed aura, which is actually a good alternative fire aura if you weren't able to get the power-based one. Okay, so let's take a look at the feats first, because this will give you an idea of what you should be going for. If you go under general, there are just basic feats for opening these capsules. So there's a 5, 10, and 15. I think that's going to be the common thing now, because the past couple have been like a 5, 10, 15 breakpoint. Now, that's not too bad unless you want them right away. I didn't get them right away. As you can see, they're not even opened on this account yet. I don't remember what these award to, but there's a bonus, I think probably for 10 and 15. For one of them, you get like 5 marks, and then the other one gives you the green doomed aura, which I think works towards one of the other feats later on. Oh no, actually it doesn't. Yeah, the green doomed is kind of outside of the style feats. It's just a bonus item. But yeah, opening 15 within the period, you should be able to earn like that just doing the stabilizer event, because these things go over like 2 months anyway. But if you really wanted to, you would have to spend money on keys. But definitely achievable if you don't spend any money. So that's the basic thing. The other thing outside of the main objects that we're collecting are the aura drops. The auras now drop on the side in the case of this capsule. And where are they? I think they're under themed. Let me just scroll all the way down. I did pass them to this account. Okay, so the first one is discovering powers within collect one aura from the cursed Gotham Time Capsule. I don't remember if the green doomed one actually counted. It might count for this. I should have actually brought up a character that didn't have it, because that way you could see the list. There's a feat here for collecting a material. So we'll look at the prices of those. And emitting the powers within, it's one of each type of aura. So why don't we go over those next? Alright, so first of all, we're going to be looking at the auras. So you're going to have to collect one of these. And let's bring up Red Doomed. Now the important thing to note here is the things that trigger the feat are any variations of these auras. So the collect one, you could collect any of these red doomed ones. It doesn't have to be the full aura. I initially thought it had to be the full aura. So I actually purchased all 4 of the full ones on my main character, but that didn't matter anyway. I probably would have done that. But just so you know, you don't have to spend that much money on it. You can just buy the lowest one. If you're just interested in the feat and you don't care how these look. So unlike the characters I would actually use them, I bought the full aura, but for others, instead of even unlocking, like some of these are low enough that you can just go in and buy the lowest one just to get the feat. So red doomed is one type. Let's scroll. I'm going to page all the way up to the full aura just so you get an idea of how much they are at this point in time. I think we're over 1 month into this promo because this went up before Atlantis did. So the red doomed is not that bad. The lowest one is 1 million for the full one, and I've seen it drop like far below that. So again, a very cheap fire aura. Red kryptonite is the next one. Lowest piece about the same. And then the full aura is about the same as well. And then the next one we're going to look at is blighted. So this is the same range as well. About 150 for the lower end. And then when we get to the full aura, it's about 1 million also. Actually, let me preview these. So blighted is like a different colored corrupted aura. And let me just show you kryptonite. It could sort of be an alternate to like the red misted one. It's a little bit brighter. So you saw that all 3 of those were about the same. The 4th one is sort of like a little bit more rare. It's the blue mystical. Yeah, so the lowest piece is 350. When you get to the aura itself, this one is much more expensive than the other 3. So you see it's at 9 million, and based on this, it's pretty rare. This has dropped as low as 6. That's how much I got it for. So it's possible for this to drop. And also, we're not at the end of this run, so all these will still go lower than what you see. So you want one of each of those. And once again, doesn't matter which part. Grab the lowest one if you just want the feet. For the materials, I am not going to remember all of these. So let's just look at all of them. Most of the ones listed are the ones from the capsules. Because like once these capsules came out and people opened them, these became the most common materials. Because like before that, they were the limited power materials. And those kind of stayed up in price. So most of the ones we see are going to be here. Like the lowest one is the green iridescent. These are typically in the 400Ks. It's probably jumping up again because I think people tend to open these capsules more on weekends. So there's just more on the broker during the weekend, therefore lower prices. So reaching the end of the weekend, people are just buying them out. So typically green iridescent is the lowest one. And then mixed in with that, you're going to have the gold time torn and yellow force field as well. So you can pick up any of these. And we're starting to get some of the lower end power materials. And notice the price of the wild material. Like while that was on its run, it's dropped below like 2 million. I think it's even gone 1. But you see that it's 5 now. So even the yellow force fields are going to the 5. Green Hacker, I think this actually went up from when it first came out, because I don't remember it being 6 million. It's too bad. Yeah, too bad we can't preview any of these. Force fields. Now we're getting into the higher prices, so we're seeing some of the power materials in here. Blue iridescent is another one that was in the capsule. Now these have actually dropped to the 3 millions, and this is a really good looking material. I think people tend to forget about this one because it's not at the lower end. Like it's sort of in the middle where people may not look, because I haven't seen that many people with it on. If you want to get a preview of it, I could put this on Alyssa, because she has it on one of her Atlantean suits. I think this is the best of the iridescents so far, because it's the only one where it goes from where like its shadow and highlight are kind of on the same color coolness. Because the green one is like it changes colors a lot. It's going from like a dark purplish blue as the shadow, then it goes green, and then it goes yellow. And the regular iridescent is really hard to match up. It's going from like pink to white to blue. But there's more harmony with this blue one. So that's definitely one to keep an eye out for. But remember, you only need to collect one for the feet. If you're just worried about the feet, just buy the lowest green iridescent. Alright, so going back to the other materials. The higher priced ones that I tend to forget about, because they're out of my range. There are 2 new Phoenix variants. There's red and blue. So red you see at 8.6 at the lowest right now. This can drop below 7, because I was able to get my hands on this. The blue one, actually this is the lowest I've seen at 11, but I'm not willing to spend 11 on it. I could show you the red one really quick. Do I have it? Just a second. I don't have it saved to an armory shortcut, but since we're in Alyssa's base, I can have her switch manually. So Red Phoenix, it just has the same pattern / animation as the Phoenix material from Amazon Fury 3, except that it's red. So that's what it looks like on her cape. And there's a little bit more unity in this one. Like it's pretty much all red, whereas the Phoenix one, I kind of think it contrasted more. All right, what else are we missing on materials? I think there was only one force field. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. There was a variant of negative speed force, but it's called blue spark material. So that's about the same price range as the blue Phoenix. Let's see the range of the hacker. Wow, there's only one. Only one green hacker. I kind of think that's it. Yeah, the two blue ones, Blue Spark and Blue Phoenix, were the really expensive ones. Now, the way the collections work in this set, typically in the older capsules, there were kind of like two completable ones, and then one super expensive one, like one collection that had one piece that would be like worth more than everything combined. So in a lot of the old capsules, I was able to complete like everything except for that last one. But this one sort of has a different format. They kind of reversed it. They only made one of them completable. So for this one, there is like the vampire head, and I'll link to the official live stream because they actually show all this. And I'm doing very bad with this capsule. Like I don't have any of this stuff. The vampire head is not too bad actually. So I'm not going to go through all the collection pieces, but I'll give you an idea of how much it's going to cost. It's a little bit more organized because if you look at the collection pieces for these capsules, the one in the first spot is the rare, and then the rest are pretty much even based on the prices. So for the vampire collection, the rare is called A Vampire's Relic of the Past. A Vampire's Relic of the Past. So we have that at 1 million. That has, the lowest one is at 1.2. This has stayed the same price since these went up. So oddly, there's no change there. I would have thought it went down. The other pieces should range between 100 to 200k the last time I checked. So I'm going to check a few random ones. And yeah, we still have that at 250. $200. And 300. So these actually went up a little bit. So you can expect the rare to be roughly 1 million, and the rest will be about 200. So this is the only one that's actually realistically completable. Like if you keep checking the broker and you just buy the lowest of each, you know, check it a few days, get an idea of what's low. Next up would be the Corrupted Cape. So this is the cape with the slow animation. The rare is called A Blackmail Letter to the Wayne Family. So you can just search blackmail. Now the lowest I've seen this is 17 million for the rare piece. So like this puts it above the middle one in previous capsules. Definitely far above. Because that used to fall in around 7 to 9. And let's see, if we check the other pieces of this, they should fall between 200 to 400. So like they're not that bad, but that rare is just really rare. In the case of this one, my advice would be not to buy any of these unless you happen to roll the rare, because that way you have a realistic shot of completing this. If you just bought all the pieces, they're all pretty affordable over time. What you're going to do is just end up losing all that money and then not being able to get the rare. Same case with the the very rare collection piece is for the Ruined Hand set. I think you get like 4 variants of like a sorcery type hand aura. The rare piece is called a chip of the Philosopher's Stone. So the lowest one is 45 million there. And they're all roughly the same, so you can kind of estimate that that's 50 million. And that's in line with the rarest of rare in previous capsules. The other pieces out of the one spot should fall in about 200 to 700. So let's take a look at a few of those. And the one we're looking at is Cracked Wand at 500,000. Chipped Quartz 200. So a lot of these are dipping into like affordable territory. So like don't be fooled by that. Because if you get all of those, it doesn't matter. Because if you're unable to get the rare, it all doesn't matter. So same case here. Don't get any of these until you happen to roll the rare or afford the rare. So overall in this set, the collections are going to be harder to complete because of the rare piece. But feat-wise, I would say this capsule set does even it out because of all the ones I mentioned before the collections. Like there's the aura and material feats that are pretty easy to complete, relatively cheap. We can also look at. I feel like the gear sets were easier this time around. So the one featured here is the Drown set. So if you look at the pieces here, they are relatively low. The shoulder pads are showing up as the lowest item. And historically, the shoulders were one of the mid-level items. Leggings are historically low, as are the gloves. Usually the belt is down here too. So you can get several pieces for under 200k already. So let me quickly go up a bunch of pages. Just want to bring up the rarer pieces. Basically, even the chest piece is 640. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any. So it's a jacket box. Yeah, I mean compared to other capsules, the chest piece would be in the millions at this point in time. So the gear has become much more attainable. And there's also the enhanced one that is also pretty attainable. Although there's none on here right now. So I think compared to other capsules, this one is actually slightly better because the number of items affordable still outweigh what they did, the adjustment they did to the collections. But yeah, that should give you an idea of what to spend on. So that's pretty much it for the information and prices of this capsule. But what I'm going to do on this account, I just wanted to cut it off there because this part might actually be boring. So I'm going to, since this account hasn't started with the capsules, I'm going to go ahead and open them. And I just want to figure out what gets awarded at each breakpoint. Okay, so this is a bit funny. There's the gear here, and then I could choose 30 quarks or 10 quarks. Maybe I'll pick the 10. It's kind of weird that they would do that though. Obviously the 30. So since this account is fresh, what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna collect the vampire pieces because those are like low enough. And I'm gonna go for the quarks. Unless I happen to see the rare of the other collections. So there are several of these here that are giving me a choice between 30 and 10. Okay, so that's the 5. The 5 probably does not award anything. Did I get a mail? No, no mail. See, the thing is, I don't want to trigger the mail like at once. Because I don't remember which number awarded the 5 marks versus the aura. I would guess that the 15 awards the aura, but I think we should find out after this. Vampire collection, aura, and then a gear piece. Pretty much the same. Actually, these unboxings are probably a bit less exciting because I'm always picking the quarks. But this is definitely more practical. Notice that we're getting nth metal in the background as well. There's a vampire piece, and another choice between 30 and 10. Okay, so that pops the 10. And I'm gonna see if the message made it there. Yeah, unfortunately, I think one of them triggers the other. Like, it kind of takes 2 messages for it to trigger both, so yeah, I'm gonna get them mixed up. Oh, wow. Do I pick the material? Or the 10 quarks? Well, actually, no, Gold Time Torn was one of the cheaper ones. And it's not going to work on every character. So I'll still take the quarks here. Now, if that was one of the Phoenix materials, I would take Phoenix. Partial aura, cowl box. I think the only items I would choose are the rare collection pieces. Or if it was one of the Phoenix or Spark materials. And that's the 15. Time torn material again. Okay, so now that probably triggered both messages. Or actually there's a pause because I checked before, so yeah, so the marks is for the 10. should get another message later in our delayed email for the green doomed aura. So I'm not going to sit around and wait for that. But something important to note is if we go to the Feat menu, so these were the 3 feats that we just got, 5, 10, 15. If you unlock these on another character, you're also going to get those emails with the rewards. So for every character that you unlock those on, you're going to get the 5 marks, and you're going to get that aura that is still not here yet. But if you look on the broker, that's why there are so many green doomed auras there. There's potentially 1 per character in the game. If if every main account got the feat and then unlocked it on the other alts, that makes it a pretty common item. But yeah, that's what's in the Cursed Gotham Time Capsules. I hope this helped you out with the feats. Important note is you don't need to buy like the most expensive items. With a budget, you can still rack up everything except for those 2 collections, which is more than the other capsules. It should be more feat points / skill points than the other capsules. Okay, that's it for this set. Thanks for watching, and good luck with yours.